Hey guys, today I want to share with you a story about Mariana Taylor. I hope I'm saying her name right because Mariana seems to be quite the special girl. According to a CBS piece, Mariana Taylor is an 11-year-old middle school student from Baltimore, and according to a Washington Post piece, Mariana Taylor is a sixth grader with strong beliefs about racial injustice, sexism, gay rights, and President Trump's proposed wall at the Mexico border. Earlier this year, as her middle school class stood for the Pledge of Allegiance, she stayed seated. A couple of weeks later, she silently took a knee rather than sit, inspired by former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who ignited a national debate on patriotism and protest as he knelt during the national anthem to protest racial inequality and police brutality. Mariana said, "I kind of wanted to show people that what's going on is not okay." Now, unfortunately, Mariana's teacher apparently did not take too kindly to Mariana taking a knee, as the author of a CBS piece on the matter explains. Inspired by banished NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, Baltimore middle schooler Mariana Taylor, 11, wanted to protest sexism and racism in America by taking a knee, an act that wasn't well received by her teacher. In February, as Taylor began kneeling during the Pledge of Allegiance, the instructor reprimanded her in front of the class, saying she was required to stand. The confrontation left Taylor in tears. According to Mariana's mother, Mariana became upset right then and there. She was allowed to leave the classroom upset. The teacher did not suggest any kind of support that she go to the guidance counselor. It wasn't until her second teacher could not calm her down that she was supportive of Mariana. The conflict goes back to February, shortly after Mariana had written a paper about Kaepernick for an English class. She says she was asked to write about a person she admired, and she chose the quarterback. He stood up for what he believed in, even though he could get fired, Mariana said. On the third day of her taking a knee, she said her teacher told her the rule was to stand and that she should stand to honor the good things in America, rather than worry about injustice. The teacher also mentioned having family overseas and said Mariana was disrespecting the country by kneeling, according to a detailed letter from the ACLU. And as Afor said, Mariana left the class in tears. It was very upsetting that she came up and confronted me and said I was disrespecting the country, she said. Mariana thinks what her teacher did was wrong.
She wasn't doing her best to hide that she was really giving me a talking to. And then she even at one point mentioned her family overseas and that I should take the good with the bad with our country, which I really don't think was necessary because she really doesn't have a right to talk to me like that as a teacher. I feel like it's important to stand up for what I believe in because if I don't, who else will?
And Mariana even testified in front of her school board in order to make her point known.
I decided to kneel for the school pledge, and when I did so, my teacher, she came up to me and she told me that, well, she basically implied I was disrespecting the country. She brought up her family overseas, which to my current belief is that legally, this is not in her rights as a teacher to speak to a student like this. It is in my rights that I am allowed to kneel. And from Tinker versus Des Moines, one of the cases where children took a stand in public school, I think it was public schools, students are allowed to take stands as long as it's not disruptive to the classroom. And I feel that my confrontation was more disruptive than kneeling itself. And we need this policy change so other kids don't have to go through what I went through. I left the classroom in tears. I feel that I have the right to kneel as a student if I don't feel comfortable standing.
And according to the aforementioned Washington Post piece, Mariana is not backing down. In her sixth grade class, Mariana has continued to take a knee. The day after the teacher interceded, Mariana went back to school and knelt again. She had risen early that day to get dressed. She said, choosing an orange sweatshirt that read, "Make a difference." Now that's pretty awesome. And as aforementioned, I really do hope I'm saying her name right because Mariana seems to be quite the special girl. Mariana, I know chances are you will never get to see this video, but I just want you to know that you are making a difference. and I'm sorry that your teacher appears to have mistreated you. She shouldn't have confronted you like that. You shouldn't have to stand for the pledge if you don't want to. I'm actually a teacher of middle schoolers and sixth graders myself, and I would never make you stand for the pledge if you didn't want to. Rather, I'd want to support you as my student, a student who was standing up, or in this case, kneeling for what she believed is right. What you're standing up for is right, Mariana. So you know what? Today, Mariana, I kneel in solidarity with you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You are one brave, brave girl, Mariana. We need more people like you in the world. Hey guys, if you want to help out this show, you can follow our various social media links. Also, we have a Facebook group that you can join as well. And if you want to follow me on social media, you could do that as well. Alright guys,